some memory of your warmth that keeps me alive when I'm burning. And my world closing in. Ooh, I'm on fire. Ooh, I'm on fire. I hold on to burning steel. Ooh, I'm on fire. Ooh, I'm on fire. The sky is falling in, and I see your eyes. I feel I'm on fire. That silent fire, I'm fire, I'm on fire. Why then I feel like I'm on fire?
Blue angel. This is Marc Chagall, my favorite artist. Fortunately, I had a very, what can I say? It was just a wonderful experience when I was living in Amsterdam doing youth work. We were working, helping the hungry, feeding them, helping the prostitutes, etc., etc. And one day, I saw an advert. It was for a Marc Chagall exhibition in a Jewish museum. Well, was I a happy man. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. As I said, Marc Chagall is my favorite artist. There was quite a bit of contention with him and not with him. I'm just going to move around a bit. I feel restricted. There was a bit of, it came from Picasso's side. I don't like Picasso at all. I found him arrogant. I didn't know him. I found what he said arrogant. And I don't like his work. I really don't. A few of his early works are great, but on the whole, no. He said that Chagall was a fool and painted from his belly. Chagall laughed and said, yes, he does paint from his belly because he uses his intuition and he uses dreams. Whereas Picasso said he painted from his head, his intellect, which can get very boring, I think. So I find this all very interesting because I have some very interesting dreams. I tell my friends that I don't actually even need to go to see movies because I watch them at night when I sleep. I've done a lot on sleep research. I went to a site on sleep that covered sleep, insomnia, dreams. Explained how a lot of the most famous inventors didn't sleep much because they were just always busy inventing and doing things. And I was completely amazed. It wasn't a site on artists, but it mentioned Laurie Anderson, the only artist mentioned on the whole site, saying how she used dreams, and then they quoted her saying that Laurie felt she had to use her dreams in her work, in her material. If she didn't, she said she'd feel like she was isolated in this place and have a kind of mental meltdown. So I find that incredibly interesting. I use dreams in my work all the time. So just by explaining that, and then a little bit more, and then I'm going to start reading my poetry without explanation. But some of it's real, some of it's dreams, so it's all intertwined, all quite intricately intertwined. So you can ask questions as to what happened and what was not, much like Laurie when she thinks about strange angels and about angels mowing down her lawn. Of course, angels wouldn't have mown down the lawn, but she didn't have a lawn. So you'll get things like that coming into my own reading. This is me. It's a self-portrait. This now would be 20 years old. 20 years ago I did this. It's me looking up into the sky, the blue sky of day, contemplating my dreams I have at night. So that's quite contrived. It's not a piece I'm working on now at all. It's a piece that I actually painted myself and bought from myself, but that's a long story. I just want to get back to Marc Chagall. That's a self-portrait. He was a Jew born in Russia. I'm actually playing Anthony and the Johnsons. When I showed this image, Blue Angel, you heard the song Blue Angel. It's by Anthony and the Johnsons. Very, very, very amazing voice this man has, Anthony. In fact, again, Laurie Anderson went to see him perform and said that it's the most beautiful, he was the most beautiful thing, it was the most beautiful voice she had ever heard. Anyway, that was Blue Angel. I'm going to give you a bit of Chagall's background. Now Atrocities, a song called Atrocities is playing by him. Basically, that's why Chagall left the war and the revolution in Russia from 1914 to 1923. He went to live in Amsterdam, in a Jewish quarter. So hence the exhibition, I suppose, in the Jewish Museum that I was so lucky to see. He's been married twice. His first wife died. He did a lot of crucifixion images, which I find very interesting, him being a Jew. He did loads and loads. I've actually got lots of them on my walls around my flat. So, the song Blue Angel's playing again. I love it. If I put it too loud, can't hear me speak. I call Chagall basically he was a master with color, a magician, worked absolute magic, total magic. As I said, Blue Angel's playing again, and Anthony is singing I'm on fire, I'm on fire. A lot of his images, and although not in this book, a lot of his images were back in Russia of little cities and buildings burning. But anyway, he finally settled, as I said, in Paris, as he liked the sense of light in Paris. He says it inspired him to work. Unusual, not much color, the rabbi. Chagall is all about color, symbolism, the subconscious, dreams. The subconscious is one of the most amazing, and I always say the mazed mind. I find it very, very interesting. I'm going to bring in that again. He's also a lunar child, although he's July, I'm June. And the moon symbolizing the subconscious. Again, I just find that really interesting. He did that when he was in Russia. I don't know if it was his own birth. No. From memory, perhaps I think I don't want to read now, but he painted this woman here giving birth. Images of soldiers in Russia. One of my favorites by him, I did a painting years ago called The Green Vibe, which I sold. It was very influenced by Chagall. Okay, I'm going to end off now, guys. Okay. I'll be doing poetry reading, okay? So now you know that a lot of it will be real.